You don't have to take anger and throw it away. In fact, anger is something that you can use, and if you hold that anger in understanding, and compassion and anger becomes something like love.
Hey, my name's Cathartic, and thank you for taking the time to sit down with me and discuss the new project, Otherworldly Auras. Hope you enjoy what you hear, and I hope you have enjoyed what you heard so far. If you're not familiar with me, welcome. I'm kind of from all over the place. I grew up in foster care. I grew up as a state ward, starting at the age of 18 months to 19 years old. I got held back in school at some point, so I stayed in foster care a little bit longer. Kids usually age out at 18, but it extended to 19 because I was in the school system for an extra period of time. So I never really had like a place that was really like the concept of home. That was quite foreign to me. So, when you grow up in foster care, and especially for the long period that I was in there for, I kind of lived all over the place, some short-term places, some longer-term places. And, it was an interesting living experience. But as a result, I don't really have a concept of being from somewhere. But I'm technically from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I grew up in some pretty rough areas of Milwaukee, and saw a lot of crazy shit, to be honest with you. But, those crazy things shaped me into who I am. And though I wish some of those things didn't occur, I wouldn't change it. And how has it affected, how does the effect of where I'm from cause what I create? Well, I think that going through the process of living the way that I lived and things of that sort, I didn't really have a lot of time to react. And also, I say to some friends that it may sound weird, but empathizing is kind of a privilege depending on the environment you come from. If you come from an environment where it's dog eat dog kind of environment, quote unquote, showing empathy or showing that you care can actually get you hurt. again, I grew up listening to predominantly hip hop. So, I mean, as far as music that I really, really like shaped me as a youngin', I listened to a lot of Curtis Mayfield, just off of happenstance. It was just what was available for me. I listened to a lot of Al Green. I listened to a lot of Biggie. There was this guy called MC Brain. I really enjoyed that kind of music. And I don't know. I just grew up kind of like imitating like whoever I liked off the like a little boom box, and it had like a tape that you could put in, and you could hit the record and the play button at the same time, and you can make like tapes. And I would like make tapes all the time. I listened to Sade for a really, really, really long time. Because I come from a bunch of sisters biologically, and so I kind of like viewed Sade as like this like sister figure. So listening to her, I know that influenced me a lot. Like, because I'm more influenced by film, I would say a lot of the kind of films that like influence me, I would say Kubrick influenced me big time. The Haunting, the Legato, the stirring kind of elements that Kubrick had in the soundtracks of his films really, really drew out a lot of creative influence for me inadvertently. So I wasn't like thinking I'm going to become a musician when I was listening to Kubrick or anything like that. But I can like hear it when I watch a Kubrick film now, and those cinematic like motifs and whatnot. So I think that sometimes when you listen to Depsonic, you can kind of hear like an influence. You can hear that influence taking place where it's more so kind of a movement happening rather than something that's more direct. It's kind of something fading in and then fading out into another thing and fading and fading. You can kind of feel it when you're driving. So I feel like the cinematic experience is kind of like when the music syncs up with what's going on around you.
Question go wundu ropa coupe cochi ayawe blue coupe cochi da queen brun samba ketun coupe mo son who come son go ya Peter you get question do
But don't try to meddle with time, because do what you want, time is slipping away at the same pace. As you're sitting here, as I'm talking about time, it's going away. Slipping away. You are… since we started the darshan, you're 20 minutes closer to death.
favorite time of day to create. Well, I would say that the nighttime has a lot of reverence to being creative. I feel like whatever is happening biologically, what's going on in our DNA, because we wind down more as more diurnal, because humans are more diurnal creatures. We're not nocturnal. So whatever's happening in the nighttime where things become a little bit more light and carefree. So I would say that I do enjoy creating at night, but I have also created during the daytime, and I do enjoy the challenge of creating in a day. And sometimes you just have to be creative in a day because you need a lot of time in order to finish things or start and finish things. So I don't know. I feel like creating in the daytime has its place also, but I would say that I find my pocket, my comfort zone definitely would be the nighttime. And I would say that when you listen to the music, a lot of it kind of sounds like the nighttime. Personally speaking from my own self and coming from like trauma and all that kind of stuff, personally I feel like art is like a spare tire. I think that it gives your life that like boost that was like misplaced or whatever if you went through like something traumatic. There's this movie, this documentary, I can't remember what it's called, but it's they go around to different like elder homes and they play music for people in Alzheimer wards. And the people in the Alzheimer wards, they play the music for them that was like popular when they were like in high school, and these people like go right back to like that period of time. I mean, they can't remember their son or daughter's name or their husband's name or where they're from, but they turn this music on and these folks are like blasted right back to their junior prom or their senior prom. So I don't know, man. I feel like creativity is the greatest thing that human beings have ever made, and I think that whatever artifact that we leave behind in the far from now, hopefully, people or whoever it is just gonna find our stuff. It's gonna like they're gonna be like they're gonna be bumping into a lot of creative stuff. I feel like that personally to me has the most meaning. But yeah, I would say for me it's like a spare tire. It's given me a lot of meaning in life because I don't have a mom, I don't have a dad, I barely know my like siblings, I don't know any I've never known a grandparent, never known an aunt, never known an uncle, cousin, nothing like that. And I feel like the music has like filled in those spaces for me to like give myself meaning, and like I honestly can see it like with, say for example, like my friends are my found family, and I would say with my friends, you can kind of like see it with them. That's like music is like the causality of a lot of the bonds that I have with people, that like it's forged like this glue between us, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. So I would say that it's had a lot of influence on the society of myself, and I would just say for us socially in general, it clearly shapes trends, and it shapes like how we dress, how we talk, our lingo, practically all the way down to how we eat, depending. But I mean, I'll take it. I mean, I know that like some things have like a negative like spin on like how they affect society, but I feel like creativity has predominantly a positive impact on how we go about being. in the beginning, it was all kind of by accident. I didn't even have a clue that I had the ability to have like a distinctive sound going on. And it definitely was other people chiming in and giving me a bit of praise. I remember somebody that I did a show with, Brian Cherry. He's a cool dude. He's an amazing artist, amazing writer. And he said, "You're in your own lane." I remember he said that when I can't remember the name of that, Dark Horse. We did a show together at Dark Horse, and he was like, "Man, you're in your own lane." And I took that like and ran with it. And one of my friends' wives, she said the same thing, and I've consistently heard that back. So I would say people distinctively pointing out that I had like a certain pocket that I was in, like motivated me to create. And then also the happenstance of being able to be creative motivated me to create. I didn't expect to have a pocket or anything like that. I started making music because I couldn't sleep. That's like the truth of it. Or as far as Def Sonic is concerned, I was like playing in a band in undergrad, and I guess that motivated me to create as far as like forging bonds with people and ways to relate to other people brought Def Sonic into fruition. And that first song was it was Indigo Boy, and Evolving Colors. And Indigo Boy is on my first album, Somnipath. And Somnipath, ironically, Somnipath is directly related to the inability to sleep. And Indigo Boy is Evolving Colors in reverse as far as the melody is concerned. And I mean, Indigo Boy like sweat me off my feet in a drum. It's too much of a finality to me, the concept of being a successful artist. I think that your perspective is your perspective, and I think that perspective can shift and move and grow as you exist. You never know which direction you're going to go. Look at what I just described as far as being like creating Indigo Boy, like accidentally, so I think that like the best success that you can have as an artist, for me or for myself personally, is having like a place to direct my feelings and emotions, because I feel like those are always going to change. And I can't define myself by some standard that is more like industrious, if you will. I think that, like, being successful in the music scene is concerned, it chronically just keeps changing and self-defining. A lot of times I listen to my own work, like after I do a hike, and I gotta tell you, like, there's like aspects of things that I'll hear that I didn't even know that was going on. And so I would say that music on a deeper level is really, really helping me with my being, my person, and reflecting upon my experience in life and making sense of the reality that I come from, and integrating that reality into my present state of being. So I would say that it helps me a lot with that. It helps me spiritually as well. And I think that, like, I kind of just spoke on what I just said, like, speaks to myself spiritually and emotionally. And then creatively, it's like taking me to levels that I didn't even think that I had the ability to do. But I mean, it definitely helps me focus, and it helps mine and put in place, or like, I would say, like, mitigate my mental health, if you will. I mean, I don't know where I would be mentally without it, because I've definitely experienced some psychosis and some wicked feelings, if you will. And I would say that, like, music, or an ability to just be creative, has, like, put those feelings, or giving those feelings somewhere to aim themselves, rather than just kind of like being aimlessly there and just like looping and persisting and persisting. Like, it doesn't bring the pain to a finality. It just gives the pain, for me at least, a place to go. Thank you for listening to my music and taking me seriously as an artist, or taking it beyond an artist. Thank you for taking me seriously, in general, and as a person. Nobody owes you their time. Time is precious, and anyone stopping to watch a video or listen to a song of yours, that's their time that they're investing into that. And I gotta say that I just, like, I really, really appreciate people giving me that consideration, because I'm just like some bloke, and there's tons of other people out here in this world, and I really, really appreciate people giving me that consideration. Otherworldly auras is something that I worked really, really hard on, and I put a lot of energy into it, and so I hope that folks give it a chance. Feel free to pick up a vinyl. I mean, this is my first time ever, like, pressing records. I never even pressed records before, but I've been getting a lot of motivation from people that care about me, and it gave me the wherewithal and the gusto to, like, go further with myself. So check out Otherworldly Auras, and I thank you for, like, you giving me your living space to absorb my emotions and my perspective as far as who I am and where I'm going, and how we all are in this together. I really, really appreciate your time beyond even watching this video, just your time as far as being and existing. Thank you.